4, just one-on-one with a teammate, playing against Ryan Chastity. Get in the hole. I played Ryan yesterday. I have that video. I have some video on that, and I haven't had a chance to go back and check out my video. I love this hole. This is the first par 4 I got a hole-in-one on. I can't remember. I think I've gotten 2. I can't remember what the other hole is. I got it, was excited. I forgot, but you'll never forget your first one. Still waiting for the condor, though. I've come so close. Right next to the cup. Swirled the cup for a condor. Let's see if he gets this up there. Ends up in the fairway. That'll work. That works. There's a shot here. I'm gonna see what the deal is with this shot. We do this max. We do the max overpower shot from here, trying to get over. If we have the right wind, I'm just wondering whether or not there's a hook you can do from the other side. Let's take the wind out. It's 2.8, a little over a ring. Taking that side wind out. Hitting 2 rings, 60 rings, great to the right. Ending up in the sand. It seems like if you hit that finger, like you get your bounce to go in the finger, that you will get over, that it's like, you just hit it perfect and it'll get over, but you'll end up getting caught in the sand. For whatever reason, it seems like if you hit it to the left, it goes through more often. If you hit it perfect and not 70 rings great to the right. That rough that's there to the right is a freaking magnet. See if he catches it good. Got it great to the left. 1 ring. And it looked like that was a good thing because it barely cleared that rough. That's the thing about that rough area there is there is a huge, we need to make a wind adjustment down there. And I like to be like, that's one of those things about being 2 rings off of any transitional surface. This is one of those holes that taught me that lesson. Just a little teeny sliver of backspin. Let's make sure we're at the right distance. Right there. Right at the cup. The wind's going with me. Pull back just a titch. Now it's all about hitting perfect. Hit it great to the left, and it'll go great to the left. It was like 2 rings. 2 rings, great to the left. Da 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 da. Get in the hole. Let's see what Ryan. Let's check Ryan out. We're here. Some stuff. Lots of tournaments. We need to get you in the top. We need to get you some top 10 finishes, Ryan. We need to work on the stuff and get you up there into the top 10. We'll go back and check some of those finishes and see how high up there you've been, if you've been getting top 20s or how close you're at. But we can definitely help you start getting top 10s. The deal about top 10s is that if you can go out and shoot that minimum score every week, that's going to put you in the top 20. Let's check it out here. Let's see what this was. The Holiday Hills tournament, 16th, top 20. Excellent. Pacific Cup, 42nd. That was a tough tournament there. 44th. So you've got one up there. I'm gonna have to help you a little more, Ryan, so you can get. I want to see some top 10 banners up here. Good job in the majors. Making the weekend round is step number 1. So Step number one is making the weekend round, and the way you make the weekend round is you shoot the minimum score in the qualifying round, and you shoot the minimum score in the opening round, and you'll make the weekend round every time. That's the goal. That's why you have to learn. I know for players that get banners and are top 10 players, I think they understand the deal. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and let him get back in it. Let's see if I can hit out of bounds. See if I can get out of bounds out here. And that way we won't have to sit here and wait. That's what I'm talking about right there. So if you're playing, you're playing the minimum score, and the minimum score is what sets the stage for everything else. And then once you start getting that minimum score dialed in, then the deal is you're giving yourself, you're in the right spot on every hole to pick up a shot. And you'll start to get some of those to drop. I'm gonna do a 10% wind adjustment. I'm gonna do a 30% wind adjustment. So that's 9, 10. So it's 4, 5. There's 4, 5. Hitting it great to the right. I was running out of time. Snapped it off. Great to the right. Da-da-da-da. Right there at it. I should have went for the dunk. What was I thinking? Sorry about that, Ryan. Stealing money from Ryan. What is the deal? He was a little short on coins yesterday, so I was playing one-on-one with him yesterday, and I was doing dunks on all the shootouts. I like to practice those dunks. Dunking is different now than it used to be. It used to be, especially going into the cup, like dunking in, like for a short dunk, being off on the fringe and doing the dunk when you were short. Your ring set's completely in the hole, but they've put the flagpole so much into play that if you're in the wrong spot, you'll bounce off the flagpole and it'll pop you out of the cup. The far away dunks are just as hard today as they were before. You'll never get good at them if you don't mess around with them and try them out. And you definitely have to make great wind adjustments, and you have to pay attention to where you're at in your club, because you'll be in your minimum driver a lot, or your maximum wood, and then you've got, so you really, or your minimum wood, you need to know what those, you need to be able to work those numbers out, because if you do a max adjustment, it will you'll be way off, and you absolutely positively have to hit perfect. The problem with this hole right here in a Marlin is that a Marlin with a grate on the right, on the left, can get you caught up in this rough right here, and a Marlin will barely get you past the trees, and it hampers your second shot. If you talk about a hole that's worth bringing out a quasar on, this is definitely a hole right here that's worth bringing out a quasar. Because if you have a quarterback in your accurate bag, this is a 100% pure setup shot. No matter what kind of wind you have, don't roll. And the good news is, if you have a Nirvana and you roll out like that, you can get on. If you're way up here, you can't if you're in the rough down here. But if you're in the rough way up there where Ryan's at, you can get in if you've got a Nirvana. I'm going to bring a QB. Okay, we're doing curl. Anytime you're doing curl, you're 3 rings off of any transitional surface. Quasar. Max. Take the wind out. 2-6. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. Just bleeding it up there towards the top. With a marlin, sometimes you get caught on that little peninsula where the rough sticks out. And with a quasar, you'll be able to easily clear that. That one extra side spin's huge. But if you have a Nirvana, you can get up from here. You can do this bounce over rough bump. That's absolutely it right there. And don't worry. And in this situation right here, if I was playing one-on-one, I wouldn't worry. I would come a little bit farther to the right. So you're engaging it. You can see the shadow over here, how steep it is to the left, and it's not as steep to the right. And then I would let the wind push me back to the left. So I engaged it on that flat area. Because this is going to miss the rough. And you do not want to be over here on the other side. It is a rough shot from right there. Let's see if I have enough I can get. Okay, there's my red line. And I've got plenty of room to the left of me where that tree's at. I'm not going to put any topspin on at all. It's 4-3, right at Max Club, 4-3. Trying to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Give myself a look at it. Come on. It's a tough hole to Albie. It's a tough hole because it takes a little, it seems like it takes a irregular bounce coming out of that rough. I've hit some Albies on this hole, but it's not like the most albiable hole, but you can be right there. What's really funny on this hole, I have a bunch of different collective memories on this hole. One of them is that I can't remember what tournament it was in. I think it might have been the Silver State tournament. I was pretty much exactly where I am right now and went to take that putt and got some serious lag where it like froze the screen, and I was on the right time, but it had lagged at that moment. And when it came out of the lag, it threw me on, it sliced it. And I sliced that putt and missed and didn't get eagle on this hole, and was so disgusted that I got up and walked away. And it was on a Sunday, and I came home at like 8 o'clock that night and decided my wife talked me into playing because I was like done, and got on and absolutely tore it up on the back nine and shot a -31 for that round. I think the minimum score was like -24, and I absolutely lit it up. After that epic fail. So never give up. You can, I mean, it's, if you make that's where these tournaments have gotten down to, is if you make a mistake, you're SOL. But if you get back on track, get back to where you need to be, and then give yourself a few holes to get back in it. Never, it's the Galaxy Quest. Never surrender. Never surrender. It's about one topspin. We got a little teeny bit of headwind. I'm going to go just a little more than one. Right at the cup. 1, 2. I'm going to do, this is 1.9 per ring, so I'm going to do about 3/4 of a ring. And about 2/3. Just a little teeny bit of an adjustment. And I hit it great to the right. In the cup. Here's the funny deal on this hole. I've hit this hole was in the last tournament we played. And I hit 2 hole-in-ones during the tournament week, and I don't think I hit either one of them perfect. I think I hit both of them great to the left, and it went in the cup. And today I hit great to the right, and it goes in the cup. So that tells me that I'm making some wind adjustment. Some adjustment that I'm doing there is like way off. Way off. The good news about learning the wind ring method is that if you catch perfects, you'll get a lot of drops. Bad news is if you catch a lot of greats to the left or the right, you'll end up a lot to the great to the left or the right. My buddy Scooby, I've talked to him about this subject many times, and his deal is that, yeah, but if I learn how to do that, he goes, I catch those greats to the left or the right, and it goes in the cup all the time. If I learn how to use that method, I won't catch those anymore. Scooby. They started this whole deal. I started doing videos just for him so that I could teach him how to do the wind ring method, so I could at least teach him how to be successful at it and try and help him get more in the cup and increase his lower his learning curve. And he doesn't even use the wind ring method. But I'm glad the rest of you do. All right, what are we on? What I really feel like doing is bringing out a big ball. I'm trying to get on this sucker. Okay, he's brought a big topper bag. That's the way to go. If you've got, when you get to, if you're in a client that's got two bags, you got one bag that's a distance bag, one bag that's an accurate bag. When you pick up that third bag for me is that utility bag, and the club that I want in there is that big topper. The big topper does not have great ball guide. The big topper does not have great accuracy. Distance wise, like raw, pure distance, it's a little lacking, but it's like a quarterback on steroids. It's got tons of curl, tons of top spin. It hits like that. It's just not as accurate. So having a big dog bag or a big topper bag, because holes like this right here, this is a big topper hole. If you have one in your bag, if I max overpower that, I'm going to be like, and it hits farther down in that hole than what it's showing. It does carry, so there's max. So I'm going to come off of max and do more towards mid. Hitting it perfect. Try and get up there and get as much distance as I can. In tournament play, you want to be up towards about 400 plus. And you want to have a big dog as your second club, and you can get on into. I find that it's more problematic to get on into than it is to work yourself to land on this front pad. If you can get on that front fairway pad, there is a seriously makeable shot with your wedge from that fairway pad. And you don't have to do the rough bump up there to get on. You can go right into the cup. And so I usually try and get on that pad right in front of right across the sand from the green. But without bringing a bigger ball, there's no way I'm going to be able to get up there from here. Oh, that's the brown stuff. If I could engage and I might be able to, it's 2.5 per ring. I might be able to squeeze myself up there. The wind's going to push me this way. So I want to be over here. Let's see if I can get that sucker through there. Oh, and I slipped off. That was a stylus error. I went down to the bottom of the screen, and right there on that spot, I've got an opening in my cover that keeps me from going off the screen, except in that one spot. I wasn't paying attention. There we have it. Oh, that was truly throwing myself out there. See if Ryan can get in, getting that little bump done. I would set myself up so that I had more room on that. If you hit that great to the right, bam, rough. There's zero room for error on the right-hand side. The suck part about that is that he ended up still in the rough. Saturn, see where my max club is? Eking towards max. Just a sliver of backspin. Three miles per hour. It's about 2 miles per hour per ring. I'm going to do a 1.5 ring pull. Just a titch for the headwind. Hitting it perfect. Hitting the hole. Just a bit outside. Close. You know. I should start emoji spamming him right now. You can do that with your friends and it's not too bad. For those of you that watch Tommy, there used to be a guy named Nicholas that played, and Tommy used to, they were really good friends. And when they were playing, Nicholas played on his phone and Tommy would call him. Tommy was playing on a tablet and he'd call him on his phone and interrupt his shot. Nice shot. Good game. That was a great shot there, Ryan. I was talking while I was in it. I wasn't even paying attention. Great shot. Great shot. What I need is coffee. I'm going to play one more here. How much time we got here? And we have one and maybe a bonus. One more after this. This is one of those par threes that you can end up in big, big trouble. I'm curious as we go through some of these, as we go through the upcoming tournaments, using the Grizzly on some of these shots instead of the backbone. The Grizzly is the difference between the backbone ring size and the Grizzly ring size. The Grizzly is, I'm not even sure if the Grizzly is not better than 100% accurate. It is real tight. That's the thing about this green is it's easy to roll off on the left-hand side. If you come at it with any curl and you miss, you're going to end up in the rough because once you get on that one hillside, you're in big, big trouble. So I am right at minimum club and I don't have enough to work out the wind. It's about 1.7 per ring, so that would be 3 rings and some. So we're on this trajectory right here. Come over just a titch, and I'm going to short shoot it. Hitting it perfect. See how far off that is. Hit the flagpole. Close. Close. That's what I'm talking about. It was on track. You can't get lucky, and it takes obviously you're going to have some luck to make those dunks, but you got to hit perfect and you do have to set them up right and to increase your odds of getting lucky. This hole right here, is this the hole? This is the hole. I don't have a good wind. I came out here last time I was out here, my opponent brought a 5-power ball and we had a tailwind and they got way out here, way out towards the end. I came at it with a Marlin and was actually able to get over here because I think we had like a 6-7 mile an hour tailwind and was able to actually get over into the premium spot. So let me show you how to play holes like this if you're in one-on-one and you want to increase your odds of winning. And when you're doing those max overpower shots coming up into a neck with an extra mile, that's super inaccurate. So for most of its life, it's in the 2.4 per ring. So you come out to a hole like this with a QB and you lay yourself up Max topspin, max right-hand side spin. We're not going to put anything on the ball. Let's see where my red line's at. I want to make sure I've got enough room between me and my red line so that I can work the wind out. Take the wind out. Take the wind out of play. There's 5-9, and that puts me about a ring into power. I don't care about being in power. I'm going to rub up against the nubs. Hitting it one ring great to the right. And with the quarterback, it will not matter. That ball will go straight down the fairway and end up right in the middle, and you'll never even see the rough on the left-hand side. It's right dead center before the tree. This is a hole right here in one-on-one play that you can win a lot of matches out on the course. Because if your opponent, if they're on the inside of that fairway, if they're on the right-hand side of the fairway on the tree side, there's a chance that they could get over. If they're high enough up, if they're in the tree level, there's a chance that they can get over because you can catch the fairway way down here at the end. And you can try and put topspin and curl on it to bring it back up towards the hole. But when they're on the rough on the side that Ryan's on, that side over there is a lot more problematic. You can get to the fairway like this, perfect area to give yourself an opportunity to get back in it. But you'll win a lot here just coming out here and just laying it up. And I'm right at my red line, so I like to be 2 rings off any transitional surface. So before I set the shot up, I want to be that 2 rings off. Just try and dial it up to the cup. 0.9. I know I'm at my red line, so I'm a 100% accurate club, so that's 1 ring. Hitting it perfect. Give myself a look at it. Come on. That's that run. That's that run up. Oh. Close. Close. That's that graphic, that cutscene graphic. When it's on that track, it's you know it's either going to be super heartbreaker close or it's going to be in the cup. There is a huge difference between playing one-on-one and your strategy and playing in tournaments. One of the things about going up in divisions is when you get up to the top of the game, every hole is a tournament hole. Every hole you have to play like a tournament hole. You got to bring out whatever the good stuff is. But when you're playing down here in the lower tours, the whole deal is to increase to get better clubs. Awesome shot. Well played. Nice shot, dude. Nice recovery. So when you're down here, you will find you'll net a lot more wins if you just come out and let your opponent fail. Leave it to your opponent to fail because you'll find that they'll fail 50% of the time. When you get those opponents that are really good, replay those people and watch what they were doing, because let me ask Ryan if he needs coins. Ryan, I don't want to steal all of his coins. Yesterday he was a little short on coins, so I want to make sure he's got enough coins coming into the tournament. I will try and dunk this. This is a problematic hole to try and dunk because with a marlin ball, I'm usually like right in between clubs. All right. 21-6. Even if I dunk that, Ryan, come on, man. What were you thinking? And I won't be able to dunk this one. And maybe. Where am I at? I'm like 3.9 rings away. The farther I go out to the left, though, to pick up that wind direction, I'm going to do a dunk, I'm going to have to be like out in this area right here in order to do the dunk, and that puts me like 6 rings out. So I need to be, if I'm 3-9, I need to be kind of on that track right there. So I'm going to have to put a little teeny bit of overpower on it. Hit it great to the right. And it went great to the right and short. Good job. Good game. One more. One more. I'll type that in there to him so he knows. All right, here we go. This will give us a nice little 30-minute video, a little over. Where are we hitting at on this? Hitting over to this fairway here, if you can get way up front, it's not bad, but it's difficult to get up there because that ridge wants to, of where that ridge is. I'm going to use a Marlin on max topspin. We're trying to get those bounces just right. The wind's going to push me forward 5 miles per hour, so that means that second bounce would be in the rough. So I'm going to take out 3 of the wind. I'm going to take out 4 of the wind. Hitting it perfect. See if I can get enough power at the end of the run so that it will bleed through the rough, or if it will clip right there. Just a bit too much overpower. Trying to get the bounce, and then when it runs through that rough. If you bring out a bigger ball, it's easier to get. You can actually get your first bounce out here, your second bounce right on the edge without doing any overpower, your third bounce on this towards the outside edge where you still have enough speed to bleed through the rough and get out here on the fairway in front of the green. See if you can get it up there. Get it great to the left, about 2-3 rings. In the rough. See if we can get it in from here. Let's see, where are we at in our club? There's max. There's mid. There's the 3/8. So we're in that 8 per ring, 16 per ring range. I'm going to count it. I'm going to say we're in the 16 per ring range. Pull it back a little bit more to get me more into that range. So it's going to be a very slight adjustment. So if it's 16 per ring, there's 8. There's 4. And that's just a very minute little adjustment. Oh, I wish I would have caught that perfect. Those little teeny adjustments, and you can tell I hit that 2 rings great to the right, and you can see how close I am right there. When we were playing these rough irons and sand wedges, they are so accurate there. 16 miles per hour in a ring. I mean, we're talking about a super minute adjustment. That's how accurate those clubs are. If you didn't make a wind adjustment at all, and you even had an 8-mile-an-hour wind, you'd only be a half a ring off. So that's how accurate those clubs are when they're close like that. When they're far away, they're not as accurate as they say because they're hitting at their max club. When you get to mid club, 5/8, that's when you're actually kind of playing it. The accuracy on them works in a reverse way. Nice shot. Getting up there, getting back in play. Pop this in the cup. All Put the ball to draw. Let's see if we can get a dunk here on the video before we go. Maybe this last par 3 we can sink that dunk. I've come close today. I've hit the flagpole and I came slow-mo in on it on one of them. Close. I think I'll have a shot on this hole. I think it's going to be a wood shot. I'm going to be right at Max, right there by the cup. And with a tailwind like this, it'll be, may have a little bit of difficulty trying to get it in the cup. He's got a sniper, so I should be all right. We're at minimum sniper, so it's probably in the 1.5 per ring range. So it'd be 2 1/3 rings. Hitting it perfect. See if you can get it in the cup. Get in the hole. That was close. Very close. Very close. I missed that by about 2 cups to the right. All right, there's Min Club. There's Max Club. So I'm right about mid. Mid with this is 1.5. Right in that range, 1.5 per ring. Right at about 2 rings. Just need to catch this perfect. Oh, hey, great to the right. Great to the right. Da-da-da-da. And that was long and great to the right. Long. Good game. All right. That was a just some one-on-one friendly in T4. Thanks for watching.